Hello everyone and welcome to the SCG game night here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick, I'm one of your hosts. And, well, no, I gotta change it tonight. My name is Mick, I'm your host for tonight because there's nobody else here. How are you guys doing this evening? We are watching the game between... Oh, where's the preview? Where did the preview go? Preview currently disabled. Okay, thank you. We're watching the game between Ezekiel Cascon and Danny Seed on the left and the right. Looks like Ezekiel is playing the red-black... what's that? The red-black Hellbent deck that features Lupine prototypes, Key to the Cities, as well as Bloodhall Priest. And Danny here is playing... What? Bunt? Wow, okay. Alright. Okay. He's playing Bunt. What do you call it? What's this deck? Bunt Aetherworks Marvel. Okay, so he can't actually target the copter. I gotta stop for a while. Jenny, you can't target the copter. Yeah, you can't the copter. Then the other target you targeted the. So yeah, hand gestures there actually indicated that he targeted the topter and the copter, but actually you can only target Pianala because the copter is not the Smuggler's Copter is not a creature. So what? No. Is the is the +1 ability for Tamio. That's why he cannot target the copter. Alright, so Bloodhall Priest here are going to hit the battlefield and that's gonna go down. Curious. Okay, so Danny there is gonna get to draw a card. He gets one more energy when Tamio dies. Let's see what he does. He has the Glassblower's Puzzle, which means that he actually has another... well, he's got another shot at it. He can cast the Glassblower's Puzzle, get 2 more energy. So right now he gains 1 more energy, goes up to 2. Cast the Glassblower's Puzzle Knot. Go up to... oh, why? Are we offline? This is very strange. No, we are online. Okay, very good. So the dashboard has updated. Hi H Carto, good evening to you, and thanks for joining us this evening. Yeah, everything's a little new to me. The dashboard for Twitch seems to have changed quite a bit. So yeah, do forgive me, and I'm getting used to this new layout. Looks nicer, but there's a lot of information. I wish I could share with you guys a picture of it. Alright, so Glassblower's Puzzle Knot. You can crack the Glassblower's Puzzle Knot at end step, or like right now, to get a free spell off of it. Let's see what he does. Ezekiel seems to have a grip full of cards. Probably cast that Fiery Temper, deal Danny 3 points of damage. Yeah, the face is the place, man. Goes down to 14, he's going to take a hell lot of damage. He goes down to 5, and that is way more than what you really want. And passes the turn. Oh, well, then he's going to... You see, if you had activated it end step, you would have gotten it. But I think that is the first time Danny's playing this deck. It's the first time I've seen this deck as well. And doesn't, you know, there are a few things that you need to work out when you play a deck like this. And Ulamog there on the top as well. That's not going to get rid of the Smuggler's Copter, unfortunately. So Danny's here kind of stuck. Oh right, it takes 3 mana to activate the Glass Blowers Puzzle Knot. My bad. I thought it was 2. And gonna bottom those cards. I guess he's gonna fire off the Adaworks Marvel. Looks like he gets almost moot. So 6, probably gonna get that Tamio, tap down 2 creatures, but he's still dead to Pianala. He's gonna tap down probably a Bloodhole Priest as well as the Copter. And yeah, just very unfortunate set of draws here for Danny. Could have, yeah. Yeah, I thought earlier on. Okay, so one of the things that I was thinking about is that earlier on the Tamio, what you could have done was just to tap down the creatures instead of taking the damage. I know drawing cards seems to be very fashionable and it can be quite pleasing. Okay, so another thing that I wanna say is that if you were looking for that answer, I think playing the Evolving Wilds, especially since you bottomed your Descent upon the Sinful right to the bottom off of that Anticipate, shuffling your deck might have been the better option. Especially since you drew. Oh no, he put it in hand. So maybe the course of action would have been to put that card at the bottom of the library, then shuffle your library, and yeah, just gonna scoop it up right there. And Benjamin just came through the door. Our other feature match area clearly not set up. I don't think so. Yeah, it's supposed to be what's that? Benjamin versus Matthew, but it seems that they are not at the table, so it's okay. We'll just keep watching Ezekiel and Danny play. I gotta put this in. Actually, it doesn't matter. They're not going to play at the feature match area. Are they? Oh, looks like Matthew is heading over. Aha! So Matthew is gonna play. We're gonna get to watch another match. But they are the current match, Ezekiel versus Danny. They're gonna go sideboarding. And if you just joined us, you're watching the SCG Game Night here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick. I'm your host for tonight. And we're watching the match between Ezekiel and Danny. Ezekiel running the red-black version, the red-black Hellbent deck. And Danny is running a very cool homebrew that is the Bunt Adaworks Marvel deck. Yeah. So in probably for Ezekiel might be wanting to run. I don't like the Pianalas. They're a bit slow. I never liked the Pianala in the deck, but I understand what it's there for. He's running Bomat Courier as well. So Bomat Courier might actually be very, very helpful in this situation. Not a very, in my opinion, not the best card to have, especially in this deck. But still a good card. It's not a bad card by any means. I'm going to adjust the camera a bit because I think the tripod stands are not very stable. So yeah, that was part of the problem where the cameras were actually kind of on tilt. Anyway. Sweet. Standard with a caster, yes, SXFEXX. And if you're new to all of this, We actually do more streams. On Tuesday nights, we have standard, 3 rounds of real people playing real cards of Magic. On Wednesday nights, we have now Frontier. Instead of Modern, we used to have Modern, now we have Frontier, and that's being hosted by Alfian. And well, sometimes I'll chip in. Sometimes I don't like to do every night. Now, kind of tiring. Got to get somebody else to do it. Yeah, but I hope you're enjoying yourselves. And even if I forgot to start recording, that's bad. I'll get it from the stream later, but I won't forget round 2. I don't think so. Anyway. Something interesting up with the cameras. The table shakes a lot. The cameras shake a lot unless the players are hitting the cameras a lot. Alright, I'll go adjust it after the... Alright, so it looks like they're done shuffling up. They're done sideboarding. I think on Danny's side, want to bring in a few more ceremonious rejections. Want to bring in a few more negates. Make sure it can stay alive to the point where he can actually stabilize the board. But not exactly the best hand. And Ezekiel also goes to mulligan. The best thing about, I guess, Ezekiel's deck is that it mulligans very, very well. The deck wants to be hellbent as soon as possible so that your Bloodhall Priest becomes very powerful. But I believe Ezekiel is running a version that it's very, very different. And even in the red-black decks, there's 2 versions. Awesome, XEFXXXX. Thanks for following. We appreciate it a lot. If you're just joining us, you're watching the SCG Game Night here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick, I'm your host for tonight. And it looks like Ezekiel is going to mulligan again. That's fine. I think the deck mulligans very, very well. No, I don't think Ezekiel runs the Lupine prototype, if that's what you're asking. He instead is running the, what you call it, Bomat Courier. Yeah. So, Bomat Courier is, well, to me, Bomat Courier is clearly the inferior version. Clearly. Like, there's no... in what universe is Bomat Courier good? Because you land Bomat Courier and your opponent just lands a Trouble Inspector just like the table across from them. Yeah, sure. What are you gonna do? You know, your Bomat Courier just got stopped dead in its tracks. Unless of course you want to discard your entire hand. So I don't think that's what you want to do. A 2 with Ada here gonna get Danny his 3rd land. Hopefully he can do something about that. Turn 2, Ezekiel casts the Smuggler's Copter, and Smuggler's Copter, very, very strong card. Very good card. Danny here gonna probably wind up to a what do you call it, Aetherworks Marvel. I'm not quite sure if Ezekiel has any answer to the Aetherworks Marvel. Oh, looks like he does, but he lays a mountain. Okay. Right, he doesn't have black mana, so if anything, Danny will probably want to try to resolve that. Oh no, he chooses not to. Danny can't do that. Alright, I'm gonna see if this happens the way it should. Gonna crew the copter. If Danny draws a card, I'm gonna have to stop him. Okay, so he doesn't. Alright, so the copter, you can't crew the copter, by the way, because the copter is not a creature. So Tamio's ability is up to 2 creatures gain that ability, where if it deals combat damage, you get to draw a card. Yada yada yada. Tamio Field Researcher. I'm surprised Tamio Field Researcher has made it into standard. I was, Sarkhan did not make it into standard, and I was surprised, and Tamio is, so I'm kind of boggled. My brain doesn't understand. Maybe my brain doesn't want to understand. So yeah, there drops the Pianala. I think that's the right choice. And here going to take some stuff out of Danny's hand, and just in time, because if Danny draws a land, he would have been able to play. No, he would have been able to play the Descent upon the Sinful. So takes the Descent upon the Sinful. The Ulamog is not a big threat right now, so he can rest easy, and Danny just passes the turn. Has the Spell Queller in hand, as a Dispel as well. So the Dispel probably can target draws and discards. I think he should keep that second black mana source. And if Danny wants to survive here, he'll probably have to play the Spell Queller for no value at all. This is gonna pump up. He's gonna block the Pianala. Alright, so Pianala goes down, that's fine. He could actually sacrifice. So I don't like him pumping there. Obviously, I mean, like, you should pump before damage is dealt. And he could have sacrificed the token to make sure that he got even more damage. Alright, he's gonna call out Ulamox. Now Ulamox doesn't save him, or Ulamox don't end the game. I don't actually like him calling out Emrakul's here, because Emrakul is fine actually. He should call out the Emrakul. Ulamog, you don't have to call out the Ulamog, because there's no chance that Danny's going to be casting that Ulamog, and that is not the thing that ends the game, because alright, he doesn't run Key to the City. Okay, my bad. Maybe call out Tamio. Tamio might slow down the game, or another Descent upon the Sinful, since you know that Danny is running Descent upon the Sinful. That will really stop everything in its tracks. That might make you lose the game. But Ezekiel looks like he is in full control of this game. Yeah, no worries. What he would like now probably would be a... Is that a Galvanic Bombardment? Yep, that's a Galvanic Bombardment. There is none in his graveyard. He's going to crew up and swing. It's probably going to trade with the... Okay, wait, before blocks. Before blocks, man. Yeah. Okay, so before blocks, there's going to be a bombarding of creatures. Alright, so Dispel gonna take out the Galvanic Bombardment. That's fine. And then he goes down to 4. If Ezekiel grabs a creature, if Danny cannot pull off the Marvel, okay, but he can. He's gonna spin. Let's see what he gets. So Tamio, I think, is the best option here. Tamio to tap down the 2 creatures. Buy him a bit more time. He's still got the Woodworker's Puzzle Knot. So yeah, Ezekiel here just, I think from that turn with... from that turn with the Pianala, I think he could have played that a lot better. Okay, Nerd Ape. Gonna hit the battlefield. And then he goes back up to 6. Does he have an Ishkana? So that's 6. He probably can cast an Emrakul. Did he just top deck an Emrakul? Yeah, he did. So, lesson learned, folks. You should just call out Emrakul with Lost Legacy. Because Emrakul is what makes you lose the game. Ulamog doesn't make you lose the game. There's a... Not immediately, yeah. Emrakul immediately makes you lose the game. You know, Ulamog, like, it's going to be hard for him to cast. Emrakul is castable. If you know what your opponent's up to, yeah, because Emrakul has that cost reduction. You know, Ulamog, you've got to go up to 10 mana, and 10 mana is like no joke. You know. So we're gonna crew up that copter probably. Crew the copter, swing, probably draw and discard. Draw and discard the transgress because the lands are not going to be useful. Ulamog eats, Emrakul eats the copter. Then goes back in hand. Probably just passes the turn. Yeah, I think it stemmed down to that turn with the Pianala. You know, there's likely some communication error there, because I don't think you should be pumping before your opponent has declared blockers. So that's, you know, that was a very critical error. Had he had the Pianala right now, all that spare mana could have gone into an artifact creature. So he could have just sacrificed his 1/1 Topter, take out that Pianala, and make sure that take out the Spell Queller, make sure it can't block, and don't have to pump that turn. And you know, during your second main phase, cast the cast the Lost Legacy, naming Emrakul, and that would have solved a lot of your problems. Anyway, hindsight's 2020. So we're gonna transition back to Matthew's table. Oh no, it's the other way around. You see. Yep. So it's Matthew versus Benjamin. Matthew on the left, Benjamin on the right. Now we got it corrected. Matthew is playing the white-red beatdown deck. Benjamin is playing Bunt Value? Bunt Vals? Maybe it's Bunt Harmonicon? Who knows? It's just the Bunt Wagon. The Bent Wagon. Swings in a copter. Let's see if Benjamin's gonna. So copter, trigger on the stack is gonna draw, discard, and he has a Gideon in hand. So and I kind of like this deck because it plays Outnumber. How many other decks do you know that plays Outnumber? Probably going to tick up Gideon here. I think you tick up Gideon and then you take down Gideon next turn. And that'll be quite fun. You tick up Gideon and then you -4 Gideon next turn. You still have your Gideon. Your opponent still needs to deal with it. But of course, maybe you get more creatures and then next turn you -4 the Gideon. And we see what happens here. Matthew now has no cards in hand. Still has a clue on the board though. Can draw from that. Benjamin, not a lot of action, but he does have his Gideons as well. So he has a Lumbering Falls, but we're not quite sure what life they are on. Looks like Benjamin might actually be on very, very low life. And you know, it's trying to stem the bleeding right now. He needs a board wipe, maybe in the form of planar Fumigate or planar Outburst. Probably Fumigate. Fumigate gains you some extra life for the same amount of mana. Yeah, I would have loved to save his Selfless Spirit for that. I mean, for this. But even Fumigate is going to be problematic because you're facing down a Gideon next turn. I know Fumigate helps you gain some life, but you know. Alright, so Gideon going to hit the battlefield. Gideon going to 0. Get that token. That value token. Oh man, I see Ezekiel boarding in the Skyship Sovereign, that doesn't look like a good idea. That really doesn't look like a good idea, especially on the play. Like, your deck is meant to be aggressive. Anyway, we're watching the match between Matthew and Benjamin right now. So we'll talk about that later. Alright, we're going to transition back. They are done sideboarding, a second set of sideboarding. And now they're going to play the game. If you just joined us, you're watching the SCG game night here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick. I'm your host for tonight. And we're watching the match between Ezekiel, Cascon, and Danny Seed. Ezekiel running the black-red Hellbent deck. Danny here running Bant, what do you call it? Aetherworks Marvel. And, not convinced. I think Ezekiel could have won that last game, or should have won that last game. There were just some errors. Sorry? Yeah, the legacy one is the legacy called wrongly, and the second one, the one that I actually like, legacy you can call anything, that's fine. What I did not like was that he pumped it at the wrong time, so there might have been some communication error that occurred over there. But I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say anything beyond that, because that could have been avoided. You could have saved your Pianala, get in 2 more points of damage, and no, 1 more point of damage, because he did, before the Pianala died, he did pump up some other artifact creature, and then from there you can go on to win the game, and you can still cast that Lost Legacy. So yeah, giving out the Pianala, I know I say the decks usually, the Pianala is usually not what I like, but still better than no Pianala. Gonna draw, discard probably the Fiery Temper. Yep, the face is the place. So it takes 3, takes 8 down to 12, and might actually be dead next turn. No, he won't die next turn, but he'll be in a lot of trouble. Danny here has virtual 18 life. He's got another 6 life to gain from the puzzle knots. But I think Ezekiel can beat down a lot faster than that. So Danny needs a real answer. He does have the Glass Blowers Puzzle Knot. Those two are going to go to the bottom of the deck. He really wants to see a... what do you call it? He wants to see a Aetherworks Marvel here. Okay, so swing in. No, don't cast it. Don't cast it. Why? Okay, so he chooses to go with that plan. Then he's going to take another 8 down to 4. Virtual 10, but he's got not enough mana to activate both. And Danny looks like he's out of answers right now. Needs a board wipe. Needs something. You can gain 3 more life. But that's it. Passes the turn. And this looks like it. Go lay the land. Cast the... Yeah, if all was correct. Okay, so right now I think you want to play around Blessed Alliance. So Danny potentially has 4 life plus this thing. He's got 11 life. So you want to hit in for 11 damage. So the right response probably is to okay, so that's a Bomark Courier. So probably the right response would be to yeah, that ends the game. So Danny just not drawing anything. Sorry, just finish up my train of thought. The right response probably would be to cast the Bloodhall Priest for 0 value, and then swing in with let it crew the copter and swing in with everyone, so that even if Danny has a Blessed Alliance, you're not going to give him an extra draw. He's going to take more than 11 points of damage, even if he casts the Blessed Alliance and cracks the puzzle knot. Anyway, has the match on the other side ended? No, it has not. So we're going to transition over to Matthew and Benjamin. So Ezekiel has won. Wins the match. Relatively convincingly. That last game was well the way it was. And are they going on to play another game? Can you shift the Can you shift the phone over to Matthew's table? Yeah, thank you. Alright, if you're just joining us, you're watching the SCG Game Night here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick, I'm your host for tonight. And we're watching now the match between Matthew and Benjamin. Matthew on the left is playing a white-red, what he calls the cheese deck. Why doesn't Alfian look back at this thing? On the other side, at the top of the table. Yeah, okay, sure. Don't look back at the... Yeah. And Matthew playing what he calls the white-red cheese deck. It's basically white-red ambusher. And then Benjamin is playing what looks like a bunt deck. Yeah. Matthew playing a bunt deck. Bunt value? Maybe? I don't know. So it looks like Ezekiel and Danny are going to play another game, but they've ended. They've already ended. Officially ended.
Hey guys.
Hey, hi Alfian.
Hi.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Alfian here joining me, the future pro, Alfian Pun, joining me at the commentator's desk.
I'm actually the Legend 27.
What?
The Legend 27.
What's Legend 27?
Some people said Legend 27 was the first player of Game of War.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No.
You do not get the joke?
Nope. I don't know.
Never mind. You do not watch enough YouTube, clearly.
Yeah. I don't bother with the small stuff, man. consume my own content. That's the name of the game.
Alright, so Benjamin Howe lost to Matthew Lai just now. You see how?
Oh, okay. So the game's over?
No. The first game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Of course. Matthew running the bushwhacker deck is basically just like stocks up his hand and all that bushwhacker you. Yeah. Bushwhacker you die.
But you see how he won in the end?
No.
Basically, he had Topter and Benjamin had Topter. They top deck Piana Lar.
Oh, okay.
And then he crewed his thing with his token, and then when
sacrifice his token.
Yeah, then
yeah,
Benjamin died. Yeah,
of course.
He kind of asked me what the effect was. That was the legacy ruling. So I guess I had to tell him.
What was the legacy ruling?
No, not legacy ruling. The what?
Oracle text.
Yeah,
what's the Oracle text? Why is Matthew playing a Japanese deck?
He played Japanese piano.
Oh, that was a Japanese.
Okay. They didn't know what it was. So I was like, oh, you sack one, or you pay one, sack one artifact, and then one creature cannot block.
Yep.
Then he was like, oh, yeah, I win.
That's a good card.
But it seems like his hand is kind of choked with lands right now.
Yeah. So wow. Okay.
That's a toolcraft.
But you can draw like a king. Two craft exemplar is just going to pass the turn. So Benjamin here going to have a turn 2 copter, but Matthew probably going to have a turn 2 copter, or at least something to follow up from the 2 craft exemplar.
Looks like Trayman Inspector.
Which is fine, which is
yeah,
totally
this is
fine.
Still a 3 dimension.
It's 3 points of damage. That is not something to sneeze at.
Oh, there's a Piana
as well. So pretty good. Pretty good running. I think he plays the Needle Spires.
Yeah,
right.
Spires? Yeah, actually.
No, he's got a Smuggler's Copter. Okay, so he's got his own
that.
copter.
Okay,
He's
cool.
going to swing in for another 3 points of damage because, that's how the cookie crumbles, because 2 craft exemplar, not something that you want to block with. It's just a 1/1. Measly piece of 1/1.
Benjamin Howe, I thought he was playing blue-white flash, but I see the green. What's
there's
green.
For? Greens for good stuff.
Okay.
GG.
GG.
No, actually it's GS, good stuff. No, but it looks like it's just like bun good stuff, which is as spell queller's got silver advocates,
That's-
Vidurus Gearhawks.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, it's good. Here
Benjamin?
keeping back probably a Blessed Alliance.
Or a
I'm
spell
not.
queller.
Yeah, maybe a spell queller. So Matthew might just want to bait it out first by casting probably a Pianella. The one
Actually,
thing
no,
that-
I cast the Tremor Inspector first.
the double Trouble Inspector. So maybe you cast the two Trouble Inspectors.
Then you crew one with the top you swing with the top and the Toolcraft Exemplar, so you play around Blessed Alliance as well.
All right. Okay, so Trouble Inspector number 1. I'm gonna get a clue. I think Trouble Inspector number 2 as well, because I think he.
Oh,
all right, so
okay.
that's fine. That doesn't die.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it goes
okay.
under him. Okay.
Okay, so
That's-
Trouble Inspector number 2. Use up the energy, man. It's okay.
That's
You
pretty.
can-
That's pretty.
Later land.
Aggressive one, Benjamin.
Trouble Inspector number 2.
Okay.
Alright, so he is playing aggressive deck, and Matthew needs to shift into the aggressive mind. Matthew has historically played a lot of mid-range decks.
Yeah, like he's played Jan Delirium.
The Grixis Delirium,
Emerge decks.
Emerge, and then
Yeah, yeah.
all the no, I won't say weird, but all
Mid-rangey
the
decks.
mid-rangey decks.
Yeah.
Matthew should draw and discard first. Draw, discard. There goes the mountain. Bye mountain.
Bye Copters.
Gets rid of Copters. Bye Copters.
Wait, but Benjamin
But he
is
still
still
hasn't- yeah, he still
resolving his own loot.
Yep. And his own loot is gonna get rid of a land.
That's fair.
I don't know whether
Matthew
that's
does get
fair.
in for 3 damage though.
Yeah, so Matthew needs to eke in damage here and there. It's going to be very important. And Pianella,
I think
going
Pianella
to
is
be-
actually going to be quite key in this matchup.
right now Matthew doesn't have enough artifacts, so
He could sacrifice the clue as an artifact.
that's true, and prevent his opponent from blocking.
Oh, but that's a silver advocate though.
Yep. And it would be nice if Matthew here could draw more artifacts. Then his Toolcraft Exemplar gets first strike,
Yeah.
which is going to be very important against Benjamin's. Yeah, Benjamin's board right now is just stuff that are 2/3s.
Oh, that's
Oh yeah,
artifact.
okay, so that's an artifact.
Draw
Alright,
like a god, do you say?
draw like a champion. So I think you swing in with the Toolcraft Exemplar. Don't give anything away. Swing in with the Toolcraft Exemplar.
Alright.
Get your opponent to trade off with you. Probably trade off the Silver Advocate, and that's okay. Silver Advocate trades off with.
Benjamin
the
might
Toolcraft
do
Exemplar.
that. Benjamin might use that Blessed Light he has in hand though.
No, he doesn't have enough mana to
does he?
use the.
Oh yeah,
Blessed
he
Lines,
doesn't.
right.
I think he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
next turn, cast a Pianella. Okay.
Alright, takes 3.
So takes 3. That is an interesting line of play.
Bonus points for Matthew.
And here, gonna cast the Copter and pass the turn. I don't. Okay, I'm not quite sure why why Benjamin didn't trade off there, because he doesn't have 6 lands in hand.
Yeah.
Which means that his Silver Advocate will never grow. He has so he just drew the 6 land. He does have what's that called, Blossoming Defense. So he can actually block with the he could have blocked with either, and then Blossoming Defense to save it, but chooses not to. And probably here he is offering up the trade with Blossoming Defense, but Matthew, none the wiser, he just accepts the
takes it.
damage. That's fine. Take
Alright.
it like man.
Cracks the clue, untaps, basic
Draw.
stuff. Draws the Scrap Heap Scrounger.
Oh man, Scrabby
Oh,
Scrounger
man.
going to be very useful
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
because you can just toss the Scrabby Scrounger to the
He
Copter.
he
Smuggle
does
Copter.
not have the black mana though. The energy is already used, so he can't use the Aether Hub for black.
Who cares? Scrabby Scrounger.
Just scrap.
Yeah, just scrap it. And when he's got the land, he could actually discard the land
Right.
instead.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh,
Maybe Matthew Lai afraid right now of the open mana Benjamin has.
Yeah, it might represent, representing
Queller.
another Spell Queller.
So he
Okay, so
just
going to crew up the
goes for
Copter, going to
crew, yeah.
swing in probably with both.
Yeah.
Let's see, okay.
I think Benjamin here might be tempted to just Blossoming Defense and then block and Blessed Lions then block and Blossoming Defense to kill the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Or you could just Blossoming Defense first
and then Blessed Alliance.
And then Blessed
Yeah,
Alliance. So
post-
you won't
post
take
damage?
no. You won't take any points of damage. So you Blessed Alliance first. He's got to sacrifice one creature. Then you block, and then you Blossoming Defense.
That's what I
Yeah.
said.
No, you said Blossoming Defense first. Then block, Blossoming Defense, then Blessed Alliance.
Oh.
Did you hear that? Anyway,
I
everybody rewind
I
the
said it
rewind
the
the
other way
tape,
round,
man.
man.
Rewind the freaking tape. Okay, so he gets a
Alright.
copter here.
Okay, so but he already crewed the copter with the Thraben.
Yeah, so Matthew doing it the wrong way around.
I think he's just trying to be safe. I think maybe he crews the copter, the Flawless copter in anticipation of Benjamin's removal for the copter.
But what would be able to remove it? That's
Natural state.
Natural state, but natural state removes it anyway. So
Yeah, that's true. Oh well.
gonna swing in here with both his creatures. So Benjamin here has the option Blessed Alliance and then block.
Or yeah,
And
there's Alliance block and Blossoming Defense. Oh,
draw.
that's
Declaration
deck.
in Stone. That's a good.
That's a really good draw.
That's a nice card. Just give up your land. It's okay.
Yeah, just take
Don't
the
worry.
land away. You have enough lands.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, so if he tries to sacrifice... Okay, so here's the problem. If he tries to sacrifice one of his artifacts to prevent the blocking,
Mm-hmm.
that is going to be a blowout because Benjamin will just use the Blossoming Defense.
Yeah.
And then Matthew will be in quite a bit of trouble.
Benjamin thinking really hard here. Even
Okay, so Matthew chooses not to sacrifice any of his... sacrifice his token.
Okay, so he goes for the Blessed Alliance before blocks, I think.
So Blessed Alliance, okay, without the
Escalate.
Blossoming with
he
the escalate, so he
escalates,
gains
okay.
4.
So he does not. He opts not to use the Blossoming Defense for this
Okay,
turn.
so Matthew here going to give up the 2-craft exemplar,
All right.
and
This is going to be a guaranteed 3 damage.
man. I don't. You see, I don't
Yeah,
like that.
kind of
think
I disagree with
he
Benjamin.
would have. Yeah, he should have gotten both creatures.
Yeah, that would be
with
quite,
the 2 cards.
That
Yeah,
would have quite be a big blowout for Matthew there.
yeah, exactly.
But now he has the 6 lands online though, so that.
Okay,
that's
so that's a 4/5. That's fine. That's but that 4/5 is going to disappear very, very, very soon.
Yep. Unless Matthew decides to deck the spell color instead, which might be
I don't think that's
Yeah.
gonna happen, right? Well, you can deck. Okay, so here's the thing: you can deck the spell queller.
Mhm.
Oh, but there's a blossoming defense. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
Forget about that.
But maybe Matthew tricks Benjamin by activating Pianalar on one of them.
Okay,
and
so what
preempts
Matthew?
the-
Okay, so what Matthew can do here? If he doesn't know about the blossoming. Did he see blossoming defense the last game?
I think he did.
Okay, so if he died, if he did, if he did.
You got that, man.
Okay, so here's what he can do. Okay, if he knows that he's going to try to play around with blossoming defense, right now you try a declaration in stone one of the guys.
Okay.
You try a declaration in stone in the silver advocate. So the
Okay.
blossoming defense is going to come down on the silver advocate to protect it.
Yeah.
And that's the point of time where you sacrifice, you crew up your copter, you sacrifice the token to
Make spell color can't block.
no, to make the silver advocate can't block.
Oh, okay.
So now everything that you swing in with
Guaranteed
is
damage.
yeah, it's
Well,
guaranteed
except for
damage. Or at least
Piana.
you can swing it with the copter.
Yeah.
Then at that point in time you can swing it with the copter.
So now he swings with the copter and the top. Oh.
Okay.
So
Well, this is a very interesting
yeah.
line
So
of play. Draws.
so if he blocks with the spell color, he can just pump the topter up and
Yeah.
trade.
Yeah, but he doesn't know about the blossoming defense. So
Yeah. But maybe this might tempt Benjamin into quote unquote wasting it here.
yeah, okay. So that's so he's gonna pump up the
The topter.
copter.
Okay. So will this prompt Benjamin's blossoming defense though? This might make this.
No,
might
I
make
don't
the
think
game
so. I don't
Oh.
think that's something that you should be doing. And okay, so
apparently
he
it
does.
is.
All right.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so Matthew doesn't know. Well, Matthew didn't think about the blossoming defense clearly.
But I think
So-
that might end up being on the Matthew might have gotten the better deal in the end.
Yeah. Well, he just used mana, and wasted a token.
Mhm.
Killed the token, and it's like, fine, that's a token.
Yeah.
He's gonna take 4 points of damage here, go down to 10, and that's
Yeah,
not a
but-
big deal. He's
yeah.
still got a lot of life left over,
Benjamin
unless
not really high on resources either. He has just 2 cards in the hand.
yeah, and he's down to 9, which any point of time could be the end of the game for
Oh
you.
boy.
And it looks like he
That's
only
a
has
Lumpy
lands.
Falls. Okay.
Draw, and let's see what this might be.
Oh,
It's a land.
Okay.
But lands are fine.
Mhm.
Lands
So if you're
are
Matthew
not
here,
bad.
you see the first plus defense. Will you play around a second one?
No, I don't think so. I think. Well, if you didn't see the first game, it's safe to assume that you don't.
Okay, so
Maybe
now,
you can Declaration in Stone right now. Get rid of the Silver Advocate.
or he checks for Spell Queller, just in case, with not it.
Alright, so Nerd 8 hits the battlefield. No Spell Queller. If there was a Spell Queller, man, Benjamin would have been so blown out.
Yeah. Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, because there's a Declaration in Stone waiting
Okay,
to go.
so wait, before loot, play a
Plays
land.
the land. Oh, I don't like that he plays the land. No, he shouldn't be playing the
Oh,
land.
right, yeah.
But he can.
He can just discard what he drew, whatever.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a god card.
He
Then
can. Okay, so right now he can just pump up the 2. Okay, and Matthew, come on, draw this card. Yeah, draw.
Oh, there's a
Yeah,
Gideon.
that's a Gideon. So you give up a Scrap Beep Scrounger, which you can bring back next turn.
Alright.
I think there's a 2-craft exemplar. Yep, there is a 2-craft exemplar in the graveyard.
Okay, so now will Benjamin block though? Does he have? I'll just let it through, I think.
I feel that he should have crewed it with the Nerd Ape.
Hmm?
I feel he should have crewed it with the Nerd Ape.
Oh, what's the logic there?
So that he can kill off his he can just let his Trouble Inspector die.
Alright, so he just goes for the declaration there.
I don't like that.
Why
I think he
not?
should just cast the Gideon.
Ah.
Cast the Gideon big. But right now he's got enough mana to. Does he have black mana? No, he doesn't have
that's
black mana.
Concealed Courtyard.
Is that a concealed courtyard? Where?
Yeah. Oh no, it isn't.
Where? No, it's not. That's
a
a inspiring
Hey
vantage.
man, Ether Heart looks like it's Concealed Courtyard.
God damn you, eat the hub. Eat the hub.
Alright, so the declaration zone does give Benjamin 1 card though.
Extra draw, and that's not something that you want to give your opponent when you're about to kill your opponent.
Yeah, that's true.
And Benjamin, what did he draw? Looks like actually like Brutal Expulsion.
Oh boy, wait, what?
No, but it's not. Oh, okay, it's an island. Okay, cool.
Okay,
It passes the turn. I think Benjamin is just drawing very, very poorly, and Matthew is just not monopolizing on it. He's being way too cautious right now. So
maybe.
see, even if they're winning, like I just have to bash them because
Hey,
like
not
it's
so
not-
bad lah.
Of course, I
Maybe he's
have to
playing
bash.
around like more boss speed defense and more spell callers.
Like what? Like what?
Maybe there could
You
be more,
show me lah.
there
you
could
show
be
me
more
when.
spell callers and more boss speed. Those 2 cards in Benjamin's head, those could be 1 boss speed
Okay,
and 1
that's
spell
like bad.
caller.
Alright, so there might be a like Blessed Alliance and stuff like that. But
Exactly. Come on, man.
and it actually is a Blessed Alliance.
Oh,
Alright,
boy.
so but to play around Blessed Alliance, all you have to do is just
Swing with more than 1.
swing with more than 1 creature.
Yeah.
And Benjamin now down to 9. So Matthew actually he could just drop the Gideon, make a token, crew up the copter, and swing with everyone.
Yeah. Or he could just animate. He might animate the Tail Spire.
Uh,
That wouldn't be
Nah,
an unreasonable
Gideon.
play. Oh.
Gideon's the one, man.
I mean, it wouldn't be an unreasonable play.
The one.
I am the one.
I don't think you should emblem at this point. You get more
Yeah.
creatures. Swinging with as many creatures as you can. Force Benjamin to make a bad block,
Mhm.
or maybe you should just emblem.
What the fuck, Vic?
Yeah, maybe you should just emblem. You emblem, crew up the copter with the Trouble Inspector, and everything's a 3/3. So Benjamin is forced to block.
Yeah.
If he doesn't block, he is dead.
Yeah.
All right, so
Okay.
and he
so
chooses to
does go for the emblem.
maybe he can hear me. Okay, so
I don't think he can hear you. Bro.
go get an emblem. Go crew up the copter probably.
Okay.
Right now all his creatures are at least 3 power.
Okay. Will he?
Nothing that he can sacrifice right now. He's just
Interesting.
gonna swing it with all his guys. No, he should crew up the copter.
Yeah, could have
man.
copter with the Travel Inspector, man.
All right, crew the copter and then swing with the
Swing
entire
for
team.
lethal.
This is lethal.
Yep.
Draw this card. Draw.
Or maybe he won't. Oh no, he will.
Maybe there's a firing impulse.
There's
Okay,
another
so he
Gideon.
discards. There's a second Gideon. The second Gideon can just drop down and after that make a 2/2 and then crew the copter next turn.
I make a second emblem.
No, I don't think second emblem's not going to help you.
It'd be funny.
It'll be fun. Okay, so he gets the 3/3, which means that he can trade off with, let's say, the Pianala.
Yeah, but it'll still be a losing proposition for him. Wait, what? Is he tapping it to sack a?
No, don't sack the copter, man.
No, man, don't do
sack
that.
the
Don't do that.
copter.
Don't do that. Come on, man.
No, man, no. It's not worth it. It's not
Oh,
worth it.
that's right.
It's
That's
not worth
right.
it.
That's
Okay,
right.
that's
Maybe
nice.
maybe he really can hear us.
Yeah, you can hear us, man. Totally can hear us in the booth right now.
Totally can hear us.
So he's going to kill off the Pianala. That's fine.
Okay. But he does trade off with the lumbering force, which is a good thing too.
Yeah, and the Lumbering Falls goes down.
That's
He's
a
going to
hit.
take 6 points of damage, which means that next turn he might actually die.
Yeah. Also to note, Matthew Lai still does have a Needle Spire there.
Oh yeah, which means that it's a wow. That's
a double
huge. That's
striking-
double strike. Yeah, 3/2.
Oh,
Three,
man.
3/2 double strike.
That's spicy.
The value.
Slurp, slurp.
Slurp. Alright, so he blocks the copter, decides to block the copter. Problem is that Matthew, if he blocks the copter, Matthew gets back a
Draven Inspector.
Trouble Inspector, which is fine. But
Still note that Benjamin has a Blessed
Blessed Alliance, okay,
Yeah.
so he casts one Blessed Alliance.
Oh, he taps more.
Alright, so he has to tap the.
Okay.
Oh, is he able to.
What?
Is he able to escalate the Blessed Alliance?
He is not. I think
No, he can.
he can, but he chooses not to.
Why?
Okay, another
You gain that 4 life,
Another
man.
thing interesting to note that he just sacked the Pia. No, he doesn't. Okay, never
No,
mind.
don't sack the Pianala.
don't
sack the.
sack the Nerd Ape.
Sack the Nerd Ape.
Yeah. Okay, so or does he just gain the life?
He has to sack a creature though.
No, I think he gained the life.
Gain the life? What?
Oh,
Oh man, Benjamin, you could have done both. You could have
boy.
done both. You could have tapped the Lumbering Falls.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Alright,
okay, let's
Fragmentize is going
fragmentize.
to get rid of the Smuggler's Copter,
Little
but
does he know the little spire is just gonna come in and smash his face.
yeah, there's 7 points of damage on the board already. Unless of course Benjamin has another
That's an alliance.
Blessed Alliance.
Yeah.
Damn, Ben, you could have done both. Why?
Why? Good game.
Oh man, that was still that. You see why I get angry when I watch these games.
Count your titties, big. Hakuna
Man,
your
come
tatas.
on, guys, come on.
Yeah,
You do better than that.
you do Hakuna your tatas, man.
Alright, that's the end of round 1. We're coming out round 2 in a short while, so don't go away. But before we go, I just want to remind you that we do Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We do streams on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Yep.
Tuesdays we have standard, and Wednesdays now we got this new format that we
funky fresh.
that we invented.
Whoa, we invented.
Yeah, called postmodern,
Modern.
frontier,
Frontier.
whatever the hell
Brave
it's
Frontier.
called. Yeah. You know what? That's the name. That should be the name of the show. Don't put the SCG game night bracket standard. No, that's boring as hell.
Brave Frontier.
Yeah, Brave Frontier.
SCG game night. No. SCG Brave Frontier at Grey Ogre.
No, don't. The SCG has nothing to do with this.
Okay, Brave Frontier.
Just Brave Frontier. Come on, man.
Roll your 6 stars, man.
Exactly. All right, we're gonna go for a short break. Right, follow our YouTube, our Twitch, whatever, and all that stuff, and listen to the Power 9 podcast. That's why I host. I have 2 more exemplar nominations this season. See you guys in a while. Able 3.